Okay, so, well, first scuff of the day. We are, not doing too well, I think. Also, what the Sigma? I don't know why stream ended. I gotta, Okay, so while everyone gets settled, I'll be, well, finishing all I have to do, like and then we can jump into the story. Also, I'm so sorry about the scuff. I truly do not know what happened.
Hello there.
Aww.
Don't let go.
Also, I've been seeing things about how Lucy is not meta anymore. What's up with that? Lucy will always be in my heart because she's very funny.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
Okay, so this is done. I don't know if I can
Quiet,
already
soft Wayne.
buy Corilla's Psycube. So
It is sweet of you to be so
I haven't
quiet
really
when you come to
built
visit.
her or
But you
anything
needn't be so worried about
for now,
interrupting.
but I will.
I will be more
Okay.
than happy to incorporate.
Also, I don't care if people say she's not meta. She's not meta. I don't care. That is my beautiful baby daughter. And yeah. That is my baby. I have to do a series of dusts. But it's so hard. I really do not know how to play this game. I'll be doing a little bit of main splitting. Also, let me check chat for a second. Let's see. Oh my god! Welcome, Bibi and Eduardo Torres. Oomph! Oomph! Hello, Oomph. And Ohio. Hi. Clock it. I am clocking it, actually. Actually, no, I am getting clocked. I am getting gagged because they are so pretty. But I think I can buy it. She looks like you? Who does? Like Barcarola? Also, I feel so Sigma and this picture is so cute. Also, what can I buy? I can buy Unilogs. So I'm gonna buy the song because it's very... Wow. They are. We stand? Yes. Actually, wait a second. Let me see if... Okay, not yet. I want Tuesday! I want her, but I want Joe. Also, what the Sigma? Is this a teddy bear? It's giving Toy Story when the... What color was that? It's like purple or pink. The pink guy, purple. No, I'm not gonna say purple guy. The bear. It got like strapped to the front of a truck. This reminds me of that, actually. Also, I want to pull Fatutu as soon as she's available. Okay. Well, I'm scared. I don't really remember where we left off because it has been a busy week. But okay, I see. Well, we'll be having some trouble because Regulus and Barcarola are together. Yeah. Clashing genres, an opera house, a radio station, and the pulse of forgotten tunes. So sorry I'm sniffing. I'm a little sick. Okay, let's see. What's this about? The air is buzzing with anticipation. Regulus stands on stage, cheering and dancing in a lively twist.
Hello, Free Breeze! Listen up, all my rock and roll stars fans and wannabes. You lot are in luck, because you are about to experience the greatest, grandest, most radical rock and roll party of the era.
Oh, I'm scared. Woohoo!
Now get up on those feet and drag those little legs of yours on deck, because it's time to get those old bones jumping. Just think, folks, one day you'll be sitting by a fireplace telling your grandkiddies that
Grandkiddies.
you were here. This is the night you become a legend.
Ciao, Regulus!
Barcarola bursts into the room.
Well, if it isn't our star musicista.
Musicista?
This isn't what we agreed on. I thought we'd make our preparations together.
What preparations?
Barcarola pats her chest as she tries to steady her breathing.
To begin with, we must do a survey of our guests' musical preferences, then prepare a song list to match. Then we must carefully organize our transitions to optimize the flow of the concert.
Boring. Boo, boo, shut up.
Wait. Arrangements. Concert. What are you on about? This is rock and roll, love. A proper rock and roll party.
Hell yeah.
No arrangements? No song list? This isn't what I was taught to do in Cremona.
Who cares about
As
Cremona?
musicians, we have a responsibility to ensure that every listener enjoys an exquisite and seamless experience. We must allow them to savor the emotion and artistry of each piece.
Girl, okay.
Sounds a bit stuffy, doesn't it? Come on, no reason to get all hung up on the details. Music is freedom. The only thing that matters in rock and roll are the vibes.
Hell yeah. Regulus clearly holds no space for unnecessary formalities.
You don't use your brain, you feel it in your heart, babe. Guess your miserable old music teachers never taught you that, eh?
Barcarola furrows her brow, but eventually her expression relaxes.
Fine. But just to be clear, next time we do it my way.
My way, like the Limp
Cheers,
Bizkit
love.
song.
You're an inspiration to musical directors the whole world over.
Flattery is often more effective than any incantation.
You can find the record player in the locker backstage.
She's so cute! Regulus immediately darts backstage. Fab. Turn off the lights. Connect the sound system, check the stylus, pick a record. Position the tone arm, raise your arms high, and get ready for a what?
Is this what you call heavy metal?
Heavy metal?
What's that? No. First up is an iconic taste of psychedelic rock. But I haven't even found the power socket yet.
Why the Sigma? The clanking of metal echoes from the lower decks, growing louder and clearer. Then an eerie, otherworldly shrieking follows, followed by what feels like an earthquake. While the guests exchange uneasy glances, Soneto has sensed that something is amiss.
Timekeeper, those sounds are familiar, aren't they? Metallic percussion sounds, sprinkled with screams of pain. His manus vindicte.
What the Sigma? Those blackened, bizarre metallic creatures rear their heads once more. Ew. Sift. Who? A torrent of metal instruments surges up from the stairwells to the lower levels, like oil gushing out of a pipe. And trial roar. The sudden commotion sends the guests into an uproar. They huddle together, whispering nervously to one another.
What? These persistent pests again? Which hellhole did they crawl out of this time?
Don't worry, Senora Regulus. I won't let them disturb your rock.
Senora. She is so funny. She stands calmly but fiercely before them.
You oafish barnacles are ruining the atmosphere and scaring our guests. I very much doubt you're doing this with the approval of Captain Grace.
What a barnacle.
You should be working in the engine room, not making noise up on deck. Have you all forgotten the Seafarer's Code of Conduct?
Girl, I don't care about that. They appear unmoved. The Foundation's investigators step forward, immediately taking command of the situation.
Sinetto, Regulus, get the crowd out of here. Get ready to engage with these Manus thugs. Understood. Miss Barcarola, I'll ask you kindly to step back from these brutes.
Please, Senora. There's no need for alarm. I know they may look a little strange, but they're just engine crew. They work here. And as such, as our musical director, I have some authority over them. Moreover, it is my duty to ensure all our guests have a safe and enjoyable stay.
Girl, they don't care about
Now
that.
we see how the Manus kept themselves hidden.
Fajuto quickly finds herself trapped amid the restless crowd. Sonetto, my beloved. Yes, she's so beloved, isn't she? I really... Did you know I really wanted the Nendoroid they made of her, but like the taxes for overseas products over like a certain amount are crazy. I think you know because you do buy a lot of K-pop stuff, right? It was crazy, and I really wanted it, but it wasn't worth it. So I'm waiting to see if I can find it secondhand, perhaps. But I really wanted it. It was supposed to come out around my birthday last year, but I really wanted her. Actually, I had a Sonetto keychain that I bought, and it was on my lanyard, which I keep my house keys, but it broke and I have no idea where she is now. She's probably somewhere out there living an adventure, and I'll never find her again. Rest in peace, Sonetto. You were really beloved. They are pissed me off. Yeah, they pissed me off too. I want to buy stuff from overseas. Oh! Please let me buy junk from overseas, please. She stands on tiptoe. Who? I forgot. Ah, okay. For Tutu, okay. No, that's why I never saw it again. Yes! I'm so frustrated. I still have most of them on my bag. Like, I know I have Calabauna, I have Schneider, I have Druvis, and I think I have Matilda. Wait a second. I'm gonna get my bag. Noisy ass bag. I think you guys could hear it. So, okay, I have still Druvis, Calabona, who else? Verton and Schneider. And also Matilda. Matilda also broke, but at least she broke here. And I still have her. I think I'm going to... Mano Schneider da Tradição mention. Stop! Stop! Also, sorry I keep sniffing. I'm sick today. But the love for Reavers, the Reavers grind must continue no matter what. She stands on tiptoe, dazzled by the countless overlapping shadows and rays of sunlight.
Is that Barcarola? What's she doing over
Aww, baby. Amid curious and astonished gazes, Barcarola gradually approaches the dark mass of Vanna's followers.
If you've come to be entertained or perhaps for some music lessons, I would be more than happy to assist you in the crew quarters later. However, your musical talents will not be needed at this time, as we already have a scheduled performance.
It's okay, Charlie XCX, sniff all you want. Excuse me? Excuse me. Don't piss me off. At least her music is banger. It serves, okay? I really wanted a Brat CD because I've been into collecting CDs lately, but I don't have a CD player. I'll see if I can get one secondhand because I think they do still produce them, but I'm not really eager to pay a fortune on them. So I think I'm gonna try to get one secondhand. Yes. No heed is taken. Instead, a hammer is raised high.
Stop them!
Okay, so this is gonna be... This shit is easy, man. Also... Oh, okay, probably not easy because my mineral team is ass. But it's okay, it's okay. Look at them.
Another jar?
So don't get on my ass for getting skins. They are my baby girls. Also, Isolde. I sold my soul for her. I've been so obsessed.
The show must go on.
Like, that is baby girl.
Another jar?
Another jar?
Got you. There they are.
There they are.
I remember it's called lending a hand.
Baby. Scared. More and more menaced disciples fill the perimeter of the hall, surrounding those inside like trembling penned sheep.
But what's happening? Why are they acting crazy?
She stands resolutely, putting herself between the guests and the crazed menaced disciples, her heavy breathing condensing on the neck of her crackling box.
As the musical director of the Free Breeze, I can't allow you to harm our guests.
Enough of your nonsense, foolish outsider.
What the Sigma? Is this Stoa? A flash of cold light streaks through the air.
No! Hobo protect!
Popo. A shell-shaped ripple appears, deflecting the icy arrow.
Are you okay, Barcarola?
Ah! Fatutu darts out from the crowd, rushing over to Barcarola with no regard for the surprised stares of the Nukutai behind her.
What are you doing, Fatutu? That is an outsider. Have you forgotten your duty to your people?
A stern, familiar reprimand booms in her ears. After studying the shaken musician, Fatutu nervously turns around. Her brother's figure looms in the shadows of the crowd. For the first time, this image deeply unsettles her.
No! Never! But... Kamutsa, this is not defending our home. And it doesn't feel like avenging it either. What we suffered was not these people's fault. There has to be a better solution to all this. This isn't our way. It isn't right.
Fatutu stares fearfully as her brother draws closer. As he comes into the light, she finds herself staring into a face that is both familiar and strange.
Kamutsa.
Does he have a menace mask? No! No! Kamuta gently shakes his head. Inky black liquid drips from the seams of his mask.
Fatutu, we have no choice.
Also, oh my god, his shells are all strange looking now. Oh my. Let's see. Medical records. We assure you that we strictly adhere to established medical standards. Read. XX. Oh my god. Like the Luna album? I need to be shot. I need to be put down. Wednesday. Charlie, 43, seasickness. Administered dimenhydrinate. Janice, 29, severe seasickness. Administered dimenhydrinate. Kalea, 17, seasickness. Patient refused medication. Advised to open a window and get some fresh air. It's really trying how afraid some 17-year-olds can be of taking medication. XX, Thursday. Alessio, 33, diarrhea from consuming excessive seafood. Looking at some of you guys in the chat right now. Looking at you. Administered diphenoxylate. Advised bed rest and adequate hydration. Kalea, 17, scalded by a water heater. Accompanying personnel were agitated and cursing. Calmed them down, clearing the burn, and applied ointment. Luna everywhere 24/7. So right, I keep seeing Luna everywhere. Everywhere is Luna, everything is Luna. I've been obsessed. These two never cease to amaze me. Last time I spent ages explaining seasickness meds, and now they talk about the water fireboxes and heat pots. Where on earth are they from? XX, Saturday. Received an emergency call from the crew informing me of an altercation involving 5 passengers in the dining area. Treated 4 with minor injuries and 1 with a light injury on the spot. The captain tells me that it wasn't caused by those shell-wearing lads this time. Still, with their bizarre and smug demeanor towards others, it wouldn't surprise me if they got into trouble one of these days. XX, Tuesday? Like the... I love Tuesday. I haven't gotten Tuesday because I was saving for Anjunala. Era, 22, bloating, diarrhea, vomiting, high fever. Administered IV fluids kept under observation. During observation, the patient showed signs of delirium, claiming the cruise had reached the new era and demanded to disembark and return to Nukuteao. The shell on the patient's chest turned from white to red and developed numerous cracks. When questioned about this, the patient hastily hid the shell, and the accompanying person sternly rebuked us and changed the subject. Oh, scary. Also, let me take a sip of water. Okay, awesome. End of the sun. A pitch-black ship enveloped in storm, rain, and hatred. Okay, let's go! Also, why is chat not working on the stream? Wait a second. I'm not gonna auto. I think I'm going to try and get it settled because I really don't know what's happening. Wait a second. I just noticed. Let's see. Oh. What the Sigma? Wait, let me... Oh, it's working now. Okay, awesome. The sound of scraping metal brings an end to the pumping rock music, painting a look of solemnity and fear on the faces of every guest. A lithe figure steps gracefully onto the stage. Is it Miss Grace? Girl.
We should raise
I
a
knew it.
toast, one and all. For we're in luck's good graces to be aboard this ship. A ship? Perhaps why not?
No, please. The guests exchange uneasy glances. After a long silence, one guest hesitantly breaks the silence with a question.
What are you getting at?
Oh, I get it. Is this some kind of surprise theme party, like a murder mystery? Is that right, Miss Barcarola?
Barcarola looks bewildered. The captain's sudden and strange appearance on the stage was clearly not part of any performance. At least not one she had prepared.
I didn't plan for any of this. You aren't entirely wrong, though, Mr. Matthews. For this is certainly a surprise, if not so much a party as a ceremony. Allow me to congratulate you, our honored guests. Each of you with your unique talents, resources, and powerful connections have earned a chance to join Manus Vindictae.
Youch!
If this is some kind of joke, Captain, I don't find it funny. So how about you knock it off?
There's no joke at all. Unless you plan on throwing away your precious opportunity to join us in the new era.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Have you gone insane?
In their fear and anger, the guests make to leave, but a young man in a mask swiftly blocks the doorway.
How dare you blaspheme our savior?
Toa, ever since you put on that mask, you've been acting strangely, like a different person.
She can hardly recognize her dear friend at all.
You're wrong, Salome. I was lost after we left Melly, but now...
Meanwhile, they're still waiting for a rock show. Like, guys, is this part of the show? What's going on? Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
You must ready yourself for the mask trial too. We must all be willing to sacrifice to bring our people into the new era.
He proudly pounds his chest as he glares disdainfully at the trembling crowd before him.
As for these ignorant outsiders, they will never understand the depths of the crimes they've committed, or the punishment they deserve.
Calm down, Toa. Don't bother with these outsiders. They only care about themselves.
And the clinking of misshapen shells, they perform their unannounced stage play. Its audience cowers together in fear.
Lunatics!
Timekeeper, it seems as though the islanders aboard are working with Manus Vindictae. There's no telling what else the Manus have up their sleeve. We need to call for support as soon as possible. But our communications are jammed. Regulus, are you able to reach Mr. Ulrich? I should be. I've got no clue where he's at now. He dashed off with the roaring machine, mumbling something about sound wave frequency and nuclide R. Still, I might as well give it a shot. If I can still recall Laplace's internal frequency, that is. Sinetto, we must calm the situation before things escalate further. On it.
Orders are issued methodically. Grace watches with interest as a navy top hat moves through the crowd. A gentle smile creeps across his face.
Ladies,
Freak! Freak!
perhaps
She's
you
a
haven't yet
freak!
understand what the storm really is.
No, perhaps we don't. Because I remember what you wrote in all the flyers. The Free Breeze is equipped with a double hull and the most advanced communication systems available, capable of contacting rescue and support under any circumstances.
Yeah, and something about its stabilizing system. Why should we be worried about some heavy weather? Or were you lying to us?
Oh, the specifications of the ship are all very much true. No natural weather phenomenon could endanger us here. However, the storm I speak of is not a mere matter of churning wind and thunder, and no double hull nor stabilizing system could stand against it.
So, what the hell is this storm?
It is a cleansing. A deluge that will come to eradicate all the sickness of this world. And an opportunity. A chance to reverse our course. All that is asked of you is an insignificant price.
Reverse? Price? What are you talking about?
In the 90s, veins turned into wires. In the 80s, skulls turned into geometric shapes. Oh, in the 60s, what fun we had then! The entire world became a pop art spectacle. And Manus Vindictae have seen us through each one, for all these many years.
The crowd's murmuring grows louder and more chaotic.
So, you're saying that the world is going to be transformed? And something weird will happen to our bodies too?
You are exactly right.
And the Manus were behind all of this? Why?
Now, don't be so harsh on us. We've made heroic efforts to cleanse this world of its sickness. But each generation keeps making the same mistakes. Economic collapse, environmental crisis, endless wars and bloodshed. We had no choice. The wounds of this world must be cleansed, one deluge at a time. Now we are welcoming a new storm. One that will reverse us to an even more distant past.
Fear and anger intertwine. The crowd is like a volcano on the verge of eruption.
You're a lunatic, Captain. You need your head examined. Lady, you need a psychiatrist.
But these things you're showing us, they really happened?
No need to take my word for it. You will all bear witness to it soon.
The crowd descends into a hushed panic. Every lapping of the waves can be heard amid their almost ghostly murmurs. This is a perfect moment to calm the crowd.
The storm is not coming. We are from the St. Pavlov Foundation, an organization dedicated to the protection and rights of humans and arcanists.
Oh, thank goodness.
As the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation, I can assure you, what she showed you won't happen here. Manus Vindictae are just trying to manipulate you into buying into their deception and hatred. Don't give in to this false fear. Please, everyone, remain calm.
Another bamboo arrow shoots through the air. What the Sigma?
Protect us? You? Don't make me laugh.
But Juju doesn't hesitate to stop him.
Toa, wait! She seems trustworthy. Maybe we should listen to what they have to say.
Really? You think these people care about rebuilding our home? Were they there when Nukutea was hit by the great waves? Where was their protection then?
I'm not sure. But I just can't bear the thought that we might make a decision we'll regret later. I don't want to see any more cracks and scratches on our shells.
Her cries cannot overpower the murmuring of the guests, nor can they quell the rising fury of her kin. And they certainly cannot stop another poison arrow.
This is getting out of hand. Be careful, Timekeeper. They're coming for us.
Okay, okay. Oh, at last, I can use a good team. Goes on. I'll go get some water and then I'll be back in a minute.
Keep the sample.
Luna, and you leave it to me. I will help you.
The benefits of field mapping.
A glimpse.
A new hypothesis. No other study could show you this.
Power from the soil.
Don't blink. Confirm the coordinates.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
Okay, so I'm back with my water. And I assume it was very easy. The hall is in utter disarray. Labored breathing, sighs, and sobbing blend together like a sickly pot of fig stew.
No, this isn't right.
She wants to say more, but the familiar scent of herbal incense suddenly overwhelms her. Sleepy reads, a herbal anesthetic used by Nukutai priests during surgeries.
I think you need some rest, sister.
Huh? I'm sorry for Tutu. This needs to be done.
Selene catches her as she falls unconscious. The ongoing confrontation on the other side of the hall is evidently far more intense.
A fine speech, Miss Burton. Such delectable, righteous indignation.
Surrender, Miss Grace. Your lies will not succeed here.
Why, of course. To tell a lie brings the harshest of consequences. Even a kindergartner knows that.
Grace surveys the hall. Countless eyes are fixed on her. Anger, hostility, confusion, disdain. She has walked through it all before and never left a trace.
Everyone, whenever there's an imminent storm, my watch here starts a countdown, but there have been no signs of...
Grace places a delicate hand on a raised arm, interrupting her speech.
What a coincidence, Miss Burton. I so happen to have a similar device myself.
Oh my.
3, 2, 1.
Impossible.
What the Sigma?
As you said, lies will not succeed here. The question is, who here is the liar? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to relish the sight before you. Here we are. The last evening on Earth.
What a Sigma, how did she do that? Okay, a call for help. A bit of good news and a lot of bad news. The figure running down the corridor narrowly avoids another container, ferrofluid violently swirling in his tank.
For God's sake, I can't work under these dim lights. Could this cheapskate cruise liner not spring for some decent halogens or fluorescence?
Ulrich briskly makes his way down the corridor, the asymmetrical nuclide ore collector inside his briefcase buzzing loudly.
Just as I expected. The closer I get, the more erratically the collector's gauge reacts. I must pinpoint this ship's current location as soon as possible. Wait, the readings are a bit off. Is it because of the seawater? Or is there an abundant load of nuclide ore in this area?
He crouches down, laying the suitcase on the ground and pounding on it.
This thing must be broken. When I get my hands on the engineers responsible for maintaining this, I swear I'll... calm yourself and think, Ulrich. Did you miss anything crucial? Yes. The oily slime in the power supply room. A rudimentary test showed that its refractive index and infrared spectrum closely matched our samples from Manus Vindictae.
Beep beep. The ringing of the communicator interrupts his thoughts.
Who's calling? Regulus?
Finally! I've been trying to reach you for a while now, Ulrich.
Calling to check on the artificial storm project, are you? I still have a way to go. I'll call you when I need a hand or two.
No. I'm afraid I'm not offering you a hand. I'm asking for one. We need you topside, you fabulous fish tank. There's a gang of Manus thugs here.
Ulrich leaps to his feet. Amid the static, has caught the most crucial piece of information.
The Manus? There's sure to be a considerable amount of nuclide within their masks. Perhaps I don't need this unreliable scrap of metal after all. Send me your location straight away, Regulus. Where are these Manus thugs?
A surging dark mass of people blocks Ulrich's view.
Lux's sake. This is a bigger crowd than I expected.
His bulb stands out amidst the crowd, causing the spread of a new panic as they retreat from him.
Who is this fucking light bulb?
Oh my god! I don't want to end up with a light bulb for a head!
Okay, rude.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Ulrich nimbly dodges the hammer blow, intense electrical impulses surging through his body.
There we are. Another extract of asymmetrical nuclide ore.
Though poised to take action, Ulrich is promptly stopped by the pleading hostages.
Ulrich! We're over here!
Wonderful. I should be able to extract even more over there.
He is immediately cut short upon entering the crowd. Ulrich narrowly avoids another attack before finally reuniting with the others.
This seems to be a bit more than a gang. Closer to a horde, really. You understated your situation, Regulus.
Your help is much appreciated all the same, Mr. Ulrich.
Help? Well, I'm afraid I won't be much help to you, Timekeeper. Fighting is far from my specialty.
Blimey!
Regulus feels utterly lost.
They seem to be corralling the guests. At least they aren't hurting them for now.
It isn't about hurting them. She wants to recruit more followers.
Countless steely and motionless eyes scan the crowd with icy precision.
Is there a single ship in this whole bleeding world that doesn't belong to either the Foundation or the Manor? Mr. Ulrich, does Laplace possess any technology that could detect an imminent storm?
we made several attempts to do so in the aftermath of the second storm, but none of them proved effective. Since that time, we've become reliant on the storm alerts from the Foundation, or more specifically, from you, Timekeeper.
Miss Grace claims that the storm was coming, and she managed to accurately predict the occurrence of the anomaly outside. Yet, my watch has shown no sign of an imminent storm.
Like Rain stepping on the porthole, Sneto unconsciously tightens the cuffs on her sleeve.
In any event, I believe in you, Timekeeper. Thank you, Sonetto. But it isn't you that I need to convince. It's them.
Countless eyes filled with fear, suspicion, and hostility remain fixed on them.
No wonder my readings were going wild. Apologies, Timekeeper. Though nothing would make me happier than disproving Manus Vindictae, I can't deny the possibility that these phenomena are precursors to the storm.
This is not a reassuring answer. The wind howls fiercely. The horizon has become almost completely obscured. Froth islands and faintly visible reefs blend into one another, as if smeared with an even darker shade of paint. Amid the crowd, people slump to the ground, their sobs lingering in the air.
Please, everyone, listen. We have to stay calm.
Struggling to her feet with the help of her crackling box, Barcarola rises to fulfill her duty once again.
I ask you to put your faith in me and in the free breeze.
The Febreze.
I should have never come to this party.
I want to go home. I'm scared.
Someone help us. Please.
Barcarola's voice is utterly drowned out by the wails of the crowd.
What can I do to get these people's attention?
A massive sound resonates from the bow of the ship, sending a vibration so strong that many are thrown to the ground.
What's happening?
Due to low visibility at sea, some public services on the Free Breeze will be temporarily suspended. We apologize for any inconvenience caused. We are now entering an area of treacherous reef. During this time, there may be some sharp shifts in course. In order that we might reach the new era as soon as possible, the Free Breeze will forge ahead at full speed. Please stay indoors, and in case of emergency, hold on to the handrails. I repeat, please stay indoors and hold on to the handrails.
Captain Grace, why in the world is the Free Breeze going full speed through these reefs?
To embrace the future.
But if we strike any of these reefs, the damage could be catastrophic.
Not as catastrophic as missing our chance to embrace the storm.
Her softly spoken words fall on deaf ears.
Blue! I won't stand for this! You're just trying to scare us into joining your cult! Oh, I'll bet there's no reef, no storm at all! This is trickery, and I intend to prove it!
Do as you wish, sir. Please watch your footing. The wind is howling outside.
She gives a polite nod as the guest storms out of the cabin.
Look! I'm standing firm as a bolt!
The guest stands firm on the deck like a warrior singing triumphantly between Scylla's cliffs and... What? Let me figure out how to... And Charybdis whirlpool. That is, until he's struck by the power of the wind. His scream is quickly drowned in the storm as he vanishes into the void. One guest pulls the hatch closed again, blocking out the howling wind outside and returning their once safe haven to silence.
The gentleman is gone! Miss Grace, you murdered that man.
What an utterly baffling accusation. Have I shot him? Stabbed him? No. The choice was always in his own hands, wasn't it?
The hall remains silent. After a long while, one quivering guest steps forward.
Captain, you said you'd save us if we joined Manus Vindicte, right?
It's not as simple as that, I'm afraid. But relax. There is only a small trial to pass. Then the new era waits.
She gestures to an all too familiar mask sitting silently on the table.
You may feel a little disoriented, but your body will be in no danger.
So, if we all put on these masks, then this nightmare will be over?
Things can't get any worse than they are now, can they? Give me the mask!
Oh, lost lambs. This will be the bravest leap you've ever taken over the fence.
Soneto turns to the crowd.
Please, everyone, don't fall for her lies. She doesn't offer you salvation, but slavery. Don't give up your free will. Listen to her. We've got to be free to choose for ourselves. Rock, blues, classical, or heavy metal, it doesn't matter. Each of us is our own melody. The Manus will take that from you.
It's our turn, Timekeeper. I'm at your command.
All right. Our priority is to bring the guests back to their senses.
Okay.
Keep the sample.
Everyone, please listen to me. The storm isn't coming anytime soon. The St. Pavlov Foundation will ensure your safety.
But you and your foundation have been hiding the truth behind the storm from the public. How can we trust you?
Don't lose hope. The Foundation and the LSCC have been working hard to overcome the storm, and we've never been so close to achieving it.
Really? Is that true?
Yes. Our research on the storm is on the verge of a breakthrough. One that will benefit everyone.
Come on, guys! Do you really want to plaster one of those things on your face? You'll never be able to eat again or listen to music. Blimey, what kind of life would that be?
For real.
Don't waste your breath on these lapdogs. They're all bark and no bite.
And you had a good point. No other study could show you this.
Please,
confirm the coordinates.
Haven't you eaten?
And a good point. Taking another look.
please,
Behold. An academic.
Wonder what kind.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Calculating distance.
Wow, my nose is so runny right now.
Right. A little trick. I wanna watch the aerial stunts?
The benefits of field mapping.
The civilians have calmed down, Timekeeper. Take a moment. I'll deal with the rest. No, Soneto. This crisis is far from over. Good grief! How many passengers are on this bloody thing?
Red 38 is about to return.
The guests remain in turmoil as the believers and skeptics argue among one another. Fear and confusion quickly spread through them like ink in water, and soon...
I did it! I put on the mask!
I'm saved! Thank you, Miss Grace!
It hurts! It hurts so much!
Help!
We can't let more of these people give in to their fears.
Her voice is almost entirely drowned out by the roaring crowd.
These stubborn outsiders must be silenced. Take them away. Let our revenge begin with them.
For Nukutea!
Silone, take my troubled sister back to her room. The softness of her heart has clouded her judgment, just as her shell shows.
Chief.
Black ink seems to stain every one of their faces. The upheaval has engulfed the Nukutai along with countless other innocents.
Mom, I want to go home.
Just think if something happens, sweetheart. Remember that toy your dad bought you? It's waiting for you at home. We'll be there soon.
Oh my god.
Put this on. We'll be there soon.
Trembling, the mother slowly lowers the mask to her childish face.
Oh!
Oh, thank God, Barcarola. Barcarola lunges forward, knocking the Manos mask out of her hand.
I don't believe your job description permits you to interrupt our guests. Does it, Miss Barcarola?
Shut up!
I don't understand, Captain Grace. Why are you letting this happen? Why are you doing this?
Grace carefully picks up the still humming mask and brushes off the dust. She steps forward.
Cheer up, dear girl. Hold that chin up high. Now that's the spirit. The brightest star of the free breeze forever and always. Just take a look. Your loyal fans are waiting for your next show. Won't you play some of those beautiful melodies for them again?
But, Miss Grace, what do you mean by the storm and diseases of the world and this new era?
Oh, it's all so much simpler than you think, Miss Barcarola. In the new era, all that you hated in this time will vanish, as if it had never been there at all. The city of violins you swore you'd never return to will soon be forgotten, washed away in the coming storm. Your wish will come true. You'll never need return to it. You couldn't even if you tried.
Never again?
Memories of her home return to her as if she were there just yesterday. Ah, baby! The towering bell tower of the cathedral, the creaking footbridges of the dock, the Cremona Music Festival competitor list that never displayed her name, and the distant scent of torta and risotto. She has been far away from that world for so long, yet there before her eyes, she sees it again. The rapid cars scribble with red ink soaring on the wind.
What was it you said about that rotten little town? The monotony of sound, the disappointment of those old fossils and their little worlds. Is that right?
Yes. I said I never wanted to go back.
Now, keep your hand steady this time, my dear. You must be certain.
Cold metal meets Barcarola's hand, jolting her back to reality. Her trembling hand reaches for her peculiar, silent instrument. She cradles it in her arms.
Box.
The familiar texture of the adhesive holding it together reassures her. She runs her fingers over it before greedily moving on to the rest. Then, the intricate structure of the instrument she created, she finds all the pieces of that familiar thing. A fingerboard, strings, a sound post, a bridge, tuning pegs, a violin. was taking a sip of water. Wait. A sudden warmth burst forth within her, urging her to push the mask aside. Manuscript awaiting publication. Perhaps a few more names should be included in the list of authors. Initiate review. Research on stable materials. Materials. Validation from artificial storm experiments. First draft. Abstract. Chapter 1 Introduction 1.1. Research background and significance 1.2. Current state of academic research 1.2.1. Immunity ritual 1.2.2. Space telescopes 1.2.3. Chaos and Numa. Note, this section references the Lorentz butterfly, and the reproducibility of the results is subject to verification. 1.3. Existing issues in current research. 1.4. Main research content of this paper. Chapter 2. Experimental materials and methods. 2.1. Experimental materials 2.1.1. Biological materials, seeds, resins, young dragon tongue tubes, vesicle bugs, fire moth powder, etc. 2.1.2. Mineral materials, obsidian, sea urchin fossils, volcanic rocks, chalcedony, vermiculite, etc. 2.1.3. Artificial products, camera, spectrometer, records, compass, Nixie tube, etc. 2.1.4. Arcane items, critter hair, slime, condensed, raindrop, mithril, platinum, Ouija? I'm not sure, etc. Note, the slime samples contain arcane materials related to Manus Vindictae. A report is to be filed to the timekeeper. 2.2. Experimental equipment and instruments. 2.3. Experimental methods. 2.3.1. Criteria for selecting sites of supernatural phenomena. 2.3.2. Connection of water sources to reaction containers. 2.3.3. Injection method for asymmetrical nuclide R. 2.3.4. Preparation of and use of 1773.5% rainwater. 2.3.5. Operation of sonic catalytic reactions. 2.3.6. Standards for experimental logs and waste disposal. Chapter 3. Does this never end? Chapter 3. Properties of experimental materials in the storm environment. 3.1. Introduction. 3.2. Stability of materials. 3.2.1. Stable materials. Okay, I actually don't really care. Can I be honest? I don't care. I don't care! I don't care. A new page turn. Yes, my dear. It'll be a place that neither troubles you nor keeps you up at night. What the Sigma?
I'm confused, Toa. If these disbelievers are a danger to our vengeance, why are we only locking them up?
What the
Shouldn't
Sigma?
we just toss them overboard?
The chief wants Fatutu to decide how to deal with them. A test of her allegiance and her conviction. After she puts on the mask, of course.
Ugh.
You're afraid, Salome. Don't be. The trial isn't difficult. I see things so clearly now.
I don't know, Toa. I trust in Kamutsa's leadership, but still.
Just like always, you're waiting for everyone else to test the water before you jump.
Leave her alone!
I just feel that there's something wrong. You say you're not afraid, Toa, but I hear your chains clinking. You're shaking too.
Shut up. That's only because we're in a freezer.
familiar place.
Blimey, locked up again. At this rate, I'll have my imprisoned on all 7 continents bingo card before I turn 20. It's an honest bet I've spent more time behind bars than my own home.
I wasn't aware that you had a home. Beyond the ship, I mean.
What?
Of course I do, love. The whole of London is
Oh.
my home. I've walked its streets. I've inspired its people. I fought for its music. Its spirit stamped on my very soul.
She paces back and forth in the cell as she passionately proclaims her cause. Rebellious artists often fall into such radical expressions.
And jolly old London will always have a harbour open for this captain and her apple as a token of... Wait, Barcarola, what are you doing here?
A familiar silhouette appears in the prison door window.
Well, I suppose those tin heads aren't the type to appreciate a true artist. Jealous of our talents, no doubt.
Miss Grace said to give you special treatment, Barcarola. But I warn you, these prisoners are ours to deal with, so don't get any ideas.
What? Barcarola, don't tell me you're siding with these tone-deaf goons!
The door creaks open and Regulus stumbles back a few steps. What greets her isn't the familiar sweetheart of the ship, nor the elegant musician, but a tear-streaked, almost disheveled, and helpless face of a young girl.
I'm just confused. It seems like there's only one way forward, but the captain said that only those who put on the mask have a chance to survive the storm. And that everyone else, the unbelievers, the forsaken, will vanish. Miss Virgin, tell me the truth, please. What will happen if I put it on?
Her voice is almost entirely drained of strength.
If I reach this beautiful new era Miss Grace speaks of, what will happen to Cremona? The streets, the cathedral, all of the people I grew up with. Will I ever be able to see them again?
The truth is, after the storm there may still be a Cremona, but every face, every song, every brick from each house to the cathedral will be different. The storm will wash away almost all traces of this era. But you can still help us, Miss Barcarola.
Me? How?
No matter when the storm arrives, we must fight till the last second to help as many people survive as possible.
I need some time to think.
Bang! Door slams open again.
Your visiting time is over, Barcarola. Better not overstay your welcome.
Barcarola wipes the tears from her eyes, taking deep breaths as she tries to steady herself.
I have another request. Could you tell me where Fatutu is? I just want to see her, is all. As a friend.
Are you lying, girl? I think she is. She looks like she's up to no good right now. The captain's cabin is calm compared to the carefully crafted atmosphere of fear and eeriness on the rest of the ship. Click. A delicate hand turns the knob on the radio, switching it to a more secretive frequency. No! I don't want to see him again! No.
We must be willing to renounce both body and mine.
Well done, Apostle Grace. To think those white suits are so sure they've caught us off guard. Oh, I can't wait to see the despair in their eyes when they fall flat on their faces. I can imagine it now. Let us all observe a moment of silence for those lost in our latest failure. Let us honor them as eternal monuments of our cause. How pathetic.
Hot take. I think this guy should have died back in chapter 2. I do not like him. I do not! We should have had Schneider instead of him. Despite the static, the ridicule and forget-me-not stone rings clear.
And what about this Laplace rat that I hear is stowed away on board?
Yes, the awakened ferrofluid sample named Ulrich. One of the major contributors to the creation of the Equilibrium Umbrella.
Let's hope his little umbrella keeps him dry. Because if he isn't careful, he may end up in much deeper waters.
The ritual materials are nearly assembled, and we are accelerating our recruitment. But the Nukutai spirit shells have yet to reach their most optimal form. It could hinder the stability of the ritual if they're not immersed in pure negative emotion.
Your commitment to quality is impressive, but the shells needn't be perfect to perform as needed. Do not waste time unnecessarily. Do you understand, Apostle Grace? I trust you've learned from the last failure.
Yes.
Excellent. A teleportation array has been set up for you, but it will last only a short while. You must begin the ritual as soon as your ship reaches the target location. Manus Vindictae awaits your return.
Yes, Mr. Forget-Me-Not. I will always follow their guidance.
The communication ends, leaving only the echo of the final words spoken through it. Grace raises a pale hand and gently caresses the intricate patterns on the spirit shells. Silence fills the room. Okay. Forget-me-not jump scare. Ugh. Let's see, what's this? Evaluation meeting. We need to first determine who's at fault before we can identify who needs improvement. Listen in. Accountability measures. We cannot allow failure and betrayal to run rampant indefinitely. Don't you agree, Miss Grace? The shadow of the serpent twists under the light, appearing several times larger than its true form. Yes, replies another shadow, trying to lower itself as much as possible. You quickly identify that the toy was a contract item used to control the succubus, which is impressive. It also shows you're different from Mateus and possess some wisdom befitting an apostle. The steering rod clinked against the teacup, producing a melodic sound. I'm sorry that others fell to Kimberly's betrayal. I did overestimate the potency of the contract item. If you'd shown less mercy to that succubus and given her stricter orders, this tragedy might have been averted. Likewise, if you had been more ruthless in Texas, you wouldn't have wasted so much time there and would not have lost the contract item in the chaos. Although, in the end, losing it was Igor and his subordinates' fault, not yours. Thank you for your guidance and understanding. Steer yourself, merciful little Grace. Showing compassion to a viper only gets you bitten. Remember this in your next mission. The Nukutais. They will present us with their spirit shells. Your capabilities are undeniable. I still hold some faith in you. At last, a hot cup of tea is stirred into a cold one, and the serpent's shadow vanishes out the door without even flicking its tongue. Oh, and I shouldn't need to remind you, any unforeseen events during the mission must be reported, especially anything related to Verdun. This is also according to their guidance. Yes, it's all for their return. Bro, is Arcana going to be back? She was like blown up to smithereens. But like, what if she's an awakened? She's like something, a concept or anything. She's going to return, I think. Because Lucy said something in 1.9, something like that. So I'm scared, guys. Barcarolle, the oars are shaped here, and the waves crash here. Not every breeze is destined to last forever. Okay, okay. Let's see what's up.
It's no use. The cabin's wall is heavily reinforced. My arcane skills can barely scratch it.
Ah, I firm.
I guess that's why they didn't even bother taking our stuff. Ulrich, you've got to have some miraculous trinkets up your sleeve to bust us out,
Trinkets?
right? You're the pride of Laplace, after all.
Laplace is not a circus, and I am no magician. But I may have something that can help. I have a small amount of TNT and some papier pillar solvents.
Oh my god.
The former can blast the door open. However, it will likely blast us to smithereens along with it. The latter is much safer, of course. All we need to do is apply to the walls and then wait for a couple of days.
Days? Oh, nah.
We're abso-friggin-lutely screwed, aren't we?
Don't be gloom, Miss Regulus. We aren't beat yet.
Orc sets aside the obviously useless tools. He has made a much more important discovery.
Take a look at this, Timekeeper. I've been recording the Free Breeze's heading since it left Sydney. Though unfortunately, something has been jamming our signal. Yet, we can still extrapolate from my earlier readings that the ship is not heading to its advertised destination.
It's heading steadily southward.
It appears so.
Her thoughts churn more violently than the ferrofluid's
The
vibrations.
forecast of the storm, the sudden eclipse, the mask trials, and the speed at which the Free Breeze is now heading. If all they wanted was to recruit more followers, they would allow for more time to convince the others. However, if the storm is indeed coming, then why would we be racing forward through these reefs? Their actions don't seem to be aimed at recruiting, nor at passing through the storm. Rather, they seem to be aimed at
intimidation.
The air in the cell seems to momentarily stagnate.
This would add weight to the possibility that the storm they're promising is only a trick to inspire more fear. That said, we must consider the chance of the storm occurring, no matter how slim it may seem.
Orc stands tall, unwavering in the face of conjecture.
Until the truth is ultimately revealed, all we can rely on are the instruments in our hands and the readings before our eyes.
Then we are agreed, Mr. Ulrich. Whether the storm is coming or not, we need to be well prepared.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
We've brought quite a few equilibrium umbrellas with us, and my suitcase can also serve as a temporary shelter. However, that will do nothing for the humans aboard.
Your suitcase? Then the rumors are true. No wonder the Stick in the Mud Foundation greenlit you to build your own team.
Orc stares intently at the suitcase held in her hands.
I would give anything to analyze it one day.
I'm certain that day will come, eventually. Sonetto, how many equilibrium umbrellas have we brought exactly?
Exactly 73.
That much? What the Sigma? A sufficient number to cover all the comrades in the suitcase. Unfortunately, it's far from enough to account for the nearly 1,000 people aboard the Free Breeze.
You're up, ladies. Our hopes are not dashed just yet.
Mr. Ulrich, you're not speaking of your artificial storm experiment, are you? We have neither the time nor personnel to assist you with it. And I implore you to consider the potential risks, especially in attempting it alone and under these conditions.
Ulrich eagerly continues his explanation, heedless of his companion's concern.
Irrespective of your concerns, thanks to those oily heads and their quirky masks, I have acquired more than enough asymmetrical nuclide R to perform the immutability experiments.
But have you considered the side effects, Mr. Ulrich?
The ferrofluid halts for a moment.
It's true. There is the risk of unavoidable side effects the experiments pose. And I admit that, if I were in the lab, we would use much more time and caution. But on this ship, I am the only one capable of withstanding the effects of the storm syndrome.
Despite his seemingly calm tone, a new round of protestation is volleyed his way.
Hold on, hang about. Have you gone right off the dock? Oh, we can't afford to lose you, genius. You're the only gadget guru we've got. Oh, we're counting on you to fix the signal.
She grabs Ulrich by the tank and frantically shakes it, sending the ferrofluid swirling inside.
Mind the negativity, Regulus. I may be a scientist, but I'd rather not have the bad omens. It does take time to recover from the storm syndrome. Indeed, it could be as long as 3 months, or a few weeks. But hey, it may well be just a matter of seconds. Fortune favors the bold, you know.
But if I've learned anything at Laplace, it's that we'll need to do dozens of tests.
I agree with Regulus. Your plan is too reckless, Mr. Ulrich. Our priority should be to find a way to escape this ship safely.
She looks through the cell door window. There's no one outside.
What about Miss Barcarola? Do you think she'll stand with us?
She will. I have faith in her.
Mr. Essam, would you lend me a hand, please?
What brought our brightest little star? Oh, look at you out of breath and all covered in dust. What happened?
Easy, easy, Barcarola. We're here to help.
The warmth of their greetings causes tears to well up in her eyes.
That's right, Signorina. Why don't you tell us what happened? The captain told us to stay put, but we'll do whatever we can to help you.
The Free Breeze will never go home again.
What?
Captain Grace said this era is coming to an end, and only those who put on a Manus Vindictae mask and pass its trial can reach the new era with her.
Sorry, what? You just turned your old friend Charlie's brain into a knot. Where are we going, then?
There's no telling where, or even when we'll end up. Could be someplace 10 years ago, or even 100 years.
You mean we're traveling through time?
I don't know.
I've got to admit, Signorina, this all sounds a bit too wild to be believed. But as sure as a compass points north.
He gently pats her on the shoulder with a large, rough hand.
I will trust you mean every word you say.
Thank you, Giovanni.
So, you're saying if we don't do something, then none of us will ever see home again?
Her silence is answer enough. The sailors exchange a glance, needing no words to make their decision.
It's decided then. We'll fight by your side, Miss Barcarola. Because none of us wants to find ourselves in a random land back when the dinosaurs roamed.
You got that right. I won't let them ruin my retirement.
We'll sail ourselves home if we've got to. One thing's for certain. I don't want to be stuck here for the rest of my life.
All right, gentlemen, enough with the words. It's time to take action. Miss Barcarola, is there anything we can do?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Dissonance, a soul-stirring swell of noise, appreciated even by old-school rock fans. Oh, so they're going to the rescue. Awesome.
Hey, the Nukatai nut jobs outside are gone. Oh, don't tell me they've abandoned ship and left us here to starve. Come back here, you yellow-bellied cowards. This pirate is not going to Davy Jones' locker without a fight.
Having satisfied her anger by yelling through the porthole, she turns to the others.
Sonetto, are those solvents working at all? Tell me they are.
It appears the outer layer of the door has already dissolved substantially.
Excellent. The Papier Pillar solvents are more effective than I anticipated. At this rate, the door should be fully dissolved in approximately 13 hours.
Oh, wow! That fast? Really, Fish Tank? I'll be waiting with bated breath.
She furiously shakes his glass tank.
Hey, why don't you just whip us up a few helmets like yours? That way you can just blast the door open with TNT and we'll be sound as a pound. Well, our heads at least.
My helmet is made of regular silica, 7.092% calcium magnesium carbonate, and 3.27% aluminum oxide. I'm afraid it's no more explosion proof than your regular old skull.
Regulus slumps against the door as the last vestiges of resistance leave her body. A faint shout comes from the other side of the door.
Regulus, I'd stay away from the door if I were you.
Huh?
They're here.
Hold on to his anger like your life depends on it. We run the door open on the count of 3.
The helmsman voices are like music to their ears. A countdown begins. A nearly soul-stirring impact. With their final count, the supposedly unbreakable door collapses. The cheering of familiar faces echoes through the room. Regulus swears it's the most beautiful noise she's ever heard.
Right on! Oh, I knew you'd come through for us, Barcarola. A rising star through hell or high water.
You have our thanks, Miss Barcarola.
Yeah, she's goated.
I just want to save as many people as possible. For the pride of the Free Breeze.
We aim to do the same thing.
After a pause, Ulrich steps forward.
Timekeeper, I need to get to the radio room. It's likely to be the only place on the ship that will be able to get through their jamming.
She turns to Ulrich with a solemn look on her face.
I'll bring good news, I promise.
I see. Regulus, you should go with him.
No. I don't need additional manpower for such an easy...
I insist. We can't afford to lose anyone, Mr. Ulrich.
She places a compact device in his leather-gloved hand.
This is...
The Pioneer's Mark I positioning system. The latest in technology from Laplace.
But if I recall correctly, it's never been mass-produced. Only a few prototypes were made available.
And this is one of them. If anything happens, someone can use it to track you down if you're in serious trouble. Like if you've fallen into the sea.
This will surely come in handy. Thanks, Timekeeper.
Good luck, Mr. Ulrich.
He won't need it, because no one knows radio systems better than this, Captain.
She nods before the two vanish around the corner.
The rest of us need to return to the lobby and get the masked guests under control. Sinetto, do we have sufficient sedatogens left?
Yes, Timekeeper. We still have plenty.
She turns to the helmsman.
Gentlemen, I'll need your assistance too.
Of course, ma'am. Miss Barcarola already told us everything. Sounds like helping you means we're helping ourselves.
Essam, do you know where we can find the spare keys to the passenger cabins? We have another friend to free.
Yay! Yay! Elsewhere on the ship, two stealthy figures navigate through the darkness.
Are you sure this is the right way?
Are you doubting my capabilities?
Not exactly.
The broadcasting room is empty.
It's only that I expected they'd have this place locked down like the Crown Jewels. But nobody's here.
We'll concern ourselves with that later. Let's get to work, Regulus.
Ignoring Regulus's wandering about, Ulrich quickly channels his thought current into the broadcasting console.
Coastal Base Station, come in. Coastal Base Station, come in. Where's the International Maritime Organization when you need them? Laplace Australia branch, please come in. Laplace Australia branch, please come in.
I just checked out the wiring. All the signal transmitters have been sabotaged. No wonder there's been no sight nor sound of those oily freaks.
Oily freaks. Ulrich seems unsurprised. Retracting his thought current, he disregards the apparent predicament. He lays one peculiar item after another onto the table.
Reel it in, fish tank. You're not conducting the artificial storm experiments right here, are you?
Why not? We have a supernatural phenomenon, a vast water supply, sufficient asymmetrical nuclide R, and the required sound wave frequency ready in the transmission system here. If these aren't the perfect testing conditions for the artificial storm, then what is?
Wait. Are you forgetting what you just said to Vertin? What about all those side effects? You've got no bleeding idea how severe they'll be or how long they'll last.
Which is why it's lucky you were sent along with me, Regulus. If anything happens to me, you'll have to be the one to report the experiment's results.
Oh my. He gives her a hearty pat on the shoulder.
Whether the storm comes or not, we'll have made an undeniable leap of progress. More than worth a bit of storm syndrome, no matter how nasty.
He tosses an equilibrium umbrella into Regulus's hands.
At least now you'll have an extra equilibrium umbrella.
He pays no mind to his immobile teammate. Instead, he meticulously sorts through the materials he has spread on the table.
Ulrich! I refuse to be a part of this.
The 27th Club. Rock never dies. Hell yeah. In the cramped broadcasting room, the little lion and the light bulb are at a face-off.
What did you say?
Her unexpected declaration has caused the ferrofluid to come to a halt.
You heard me, you daft light bulb. I will not be your undertaker.
Regulus, you still haven't grasped the significance of this project, have you? We've figured out the principles of the storm and even developed the means to create its simulacra. Yes, there's still much room for improvement, but we've already made a huge leap. And now, we finally have the opportunity to put our theories into application. Finding an immutable material is essential to our survival. The Regulus satellite proved it to all of us. Just think about it, Regulus. We are standing right on the cusp of the post-storm era.
Regulus hangs her head.
Fish tank? You planned this all along, didn't you?
Don't tell me you're worried about the funds and credit for the experiment. Laplace will cover all your potential losses and expenses incurred should anything go wrong. And whether this project succeeds or not, your assistance has been indispensable. Surely enough to earn you a fat bonus and a high rating for your salary review. And I will certainly not be hogging all the credit.
Ulrich stops upon seeing... What the Sigma? Upon seeing an even more resolute expression.
Whoa, no! Keep it in the tank!
What the Sigma?
You've got me all wrong, Magnet Head.
Huh?
What the Sigma? Okay, let's see. What's going on?
Welcome. There's no need to knock. I saw you, Susan.
Okay. Oh my god, I need to sneeze so bad. But I can't. What? Wait a second.
What did you say?
You heard me, you daft.
Regular.
We were around.
Just think about. We are standing right on the.
Fish, you planned this all along, didn't you?
Don't tell me your applause and whether this project succeeds.
Ulrich stops upon seeing an even more resolute expression come across Regulus's face.
Whoa! No! Keep it in the tank! You've got me all wrong, Magnet Head.
Huh?
The two exchange stunned looks.
I'm a member of Laplace now, same as you. A researcher, not just an observer. I too witnessed the storm.
Ulrich has never seen Regulus so earnest.
So ergo, therefore, QED, I'll participate in
Actually,
your
wait a
artificial
second.
storm experiment.
I'll have to get
Not as you'll
more
note
water and then I'll also go pee. And then, yeah, I'll probably take a minute to stretch and all, because my lower back hurts like hell. And so I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I'll be back soon, okay? Don't freaking go away. Okay, so I am back. And I also got something to eat because I am very hungry. Because I just had lunch. But then, okay.
But as your fellow experimenter.
I never expected this from you, Regulus.
He knocks on his glass tank, perplexed.
Don't tell me my reports were really that bad. Never mind. Really, don't tell me. Fact of the matter is, I got an advance on my wages, so I fully intend to do my duty as a researcher. Besides, no rockin' pirate with a spine would ever leave their shipmates stranded in danger.
Hell yeah. Ulrich squeezes Regulus's shoulder.
I admire your courage, truly. However, when it comes to these experiments, you must leave it to me. That is an order, Regulus.
His resolve is unyielding. He opens the door, signaling Regulus to leave his lab.
I need you to observe my status through the porthole and record our experimental data. You're the only one that can do it.
All right, Magnet Head, have it your way.
Her eyes linger on the experimental materials in the case. Platinum Ouija boards, young dragon tongue tubes, fire moth powder, and numerous duplicated records.
Ulrich, do you like rock?
Now is hardly the time to chat about music, don't you think? I hope you won't be pestering me with more of these inane questions. And to answer you, I prefer brown noise. Its frequencies produce a soothing rhythm.
Brown noise? Oh my god.
See? That's exactly why I can't leave it to you.
What?
This logical leap nearly causes Ulrich's circuits
to your blatant acts of piracy.
To crash, okay.
And brushed off your blasphemies against Rock. But if I miss out on an adventure like this, I'll forever lose the right to join the 27 Club.
The 27 Club?
What's that?
All the best rock stars die at 27, or in a blaze of glory. This is my record, my responsibility. We might fall or even vanish. Maybe we'll get turned into cubes or paint or whatever. But at the end of the day, rock never dies.
Hell yeah.
Whether you're a rock legend or not, you shine with the radiance of humanity. Regulus, I salute both your experimental spirit and your rock and roll spirit. There's only one thing left to do. Project. Experiments on material immutability via artificial storm. Locale. Radio room of the Free Breeze cruise ship. Experimenters. Ulrich and Regulus. Our experiment will now commence.
Hell yeah. Okay. Data supplementation. Please extract and record the useful content from this videotape. Check it out! You're witnessing the greatest rock moment of all time. Brought to you by the one and only Rockin' Captain. Keep it down, researcher Regulus. I'm recording this. Hey, we could die at any second. No way I'm gonna stay silent. Then just keep yelling. We'll keep the control variables consistent. Now, start testing the next material. Researcher Regulus, put down the Dragon Blood resin compass and pick up the Platinum Ouija. Yeah, how's this? Have I become a work of art yet? As with the previous material tests, researcher Regulus's temporary storm symptoms have shown no improvement. The platinum Ouija is ruled out. This concludes the testing of the single material objects. Next, let's move on to the two material objects. Okay. The pain of missing home. The compassar swaying in the wind, the water wheel turning on the riverbank. These are the familiar scenes that people long for. Okay, cool.
Miss Vertin, it seems all the passengers are gathered in the lobby.
The group has finally arrived at the cruise ship lobby. The place is a mess.
We've lost too much time. A lot of people have put on masks while we were locked up.
We'll need to round up the ones that are still conscious.
Sure.
The hastily assembled rescue team leaps into action, breaking up rising quarrels and separating the crowd members fighting over masks.
More contenders? Like we don't have enough people wrestling for a mask.
Give me that mask, asshole! I'm joining Manus Vindicte. I will take the trial.
Clearly, any semblance of on-board etiquette has long been forgotten.
You may be too weak to endure the trial. You should leave this valuable opportunity to someone who will be more useful to Captain Grace.
Please put the mask down, everyone. This isn't the way to survive.
Give it to me! That mask belongs to me! Miss Grace smiled at me once. She must like me.
Bro.
She wanted me to join her!
I just don't want to be killed by the storm thing. I don't want to die.
The helmsmen dip and dive through the crowd as they administer sedatogens to the almost delirious passengers.
Get back to your senses, people! If I were you, I'd have thrown these creepy masks into the sea the moment I saw them.
The Nukutai survivors watch the nearby rescue operation from afar. Thanks to Grace's kindness, their situation appears far brighter than the other guests. But not all of them share the newfound faith.
Salome, you must put on the mask, please! For our people. It's not scary, I promise. Would you rather be captured by those outsiders?
Go to the captain's room, Towa. You passed your trial. I'm sure the captain and our people there need you more than I do. I must stay here to look after Kitiono, Little Pita, and our friends who still seem to be lost.
What is wrong with you, Salome? All you need to do is put on the mask.
Salome breaks free of Towa's grip, nearly falling to the floor as she does so.
I'm sorry, Towa. I think Fatutu was right to have second thoughts. Look at all the people who have put on the mask. Now tell me how many of them have survived.
Following Salome's tear-filled gaze, countless failures of the trial lie sprawled on the floor. Nukutai, Australians, Italians, sailors, merchants, tourists.
And what? You're afraid? Is this really more important than bringing our people home?
The storm outside continues to batter the ship. The lobby, however, grows increasingly silent.
You have changed. The Towa I knew would never have dared to ask me such a foolish question. Haven't you heard their cries?
You need to think of the future, Salome. The new, beautiful homeland we're going to recover. We could live peacefully once more. We could...
His tears mix with the viscous black liquid of the mask as they drip onto the floor.
Please stop, Towa. I'm sorry. When I see how tainted and twisted your spirit shell has become, I can't.
I won't.
Saloni crumples to the floor, her voice barely a whisper. Sonetto spots them among the crowd.
I recognize her. That's Miss Saloni. Timekeeper, I think they need assistance.
She rushes toward the Nukutai survivors.
Sonetto, watch out!
Youch! Narrowly dodging the attack, Sonetto looks up in surprise. Beneath their cold bronze masks, viscous black fluid seeps from the Nukutai believers' eyes and mouths. Their limbs have twisted into grotesque shapes, and they mutter to themselves as though tormented by an unending pain.
Get ready to use those sedatogens.
Okay, scary.
Please stand behind me.
Larry, a good point.
Leave it to me. In a second.
No other study could show you this.
Power from the soil.
Haven't you eaten?
Larry,
And you have time. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? The benefits of field mapping. Don't blink. A little trick.
Leave it to me.
A new hypothesis.
Please, take good care of yourself.
No other study could show you this.
Please, don't resist.
They are much naughtier than the Foundation's kids.
Their frenzy subsides as the suffering individuals drift into slumber. Ah, I forgot to auto.
Pardon me for this, please.
She sprays a dose of sedatogen over them. Unfortunately, the sedatogen seems to have little effect on those under the control of the masks.
What are you doing to my people? I won't let you hurt them.
Toa stands vigilantly before Sonetto, shooting the unconscious Manus believers.
Miss Burton! Miss Sonetto! We're back!
Fajuju comes rushing over.
Lone, Toa, are you alright?
Tutu.
Oh my! I got distracted for a second. Their encounter brings little joy. Toa, instinctively touching the mask clasped to his face, takes a few steps back.
I'm so glad to see you unharmed, Fatutu. But our friends... I know what happened so long. Parkerola told me everything when she got me out. I've made up my mind now. We can't wear their masks alone. We never should have agreed to their so-called revenge plan.
The Manus believers seem to latch onto her words, reacting as though they are a shot of adrenaline. Toa leaps forward, the ragged claw staring through his arm as he shields his childhood friend once again.
Toa! No! No! Why is this happening?
Blood splatters before her eyes, painting the lobby wall crimson. The believer's appetite for vengeance has only grown stronger.
Retribution.
to be more frantic than ever before. Timekeeper, I suggest increasing the dosage of sedatogens.
The mask's influence has wormed its way deep into their brains. I'm afraid sedatogens won't be able to awaken their consciousness any longer. They need something that reaches into their soul.
The Manus believers are determined to destroy everything in their path. As they surge forward, the crowd is pushed back. Barcarola is caught in the center of the chaos.
Isn't there something I can do?
The wails, the cries, and the pounding rain outside nearly overwhelm her. Amidst the chaos, her bow slips out of her hand. She jumps at the sound.
Stop playing with that atrocious toy of yours and pay attention to the class, Barcarola. Music is a language that moves us on to a deeper level than any other, transcending both culture, place, and time. Whoever you are and wherever you go, it will always stir the depths of your soul.
No need to remember, no need to think. Familiar, simple tones flow from her crackling box. A soft, indescribable melody washes over Fatutu. The song is both strange yet intimate. Where is it from? Is it from the Cremona that Barcarola talked about? The helmsman's spontaneous sing-song? Or from Mali's traditional...
We're not so different deep down, are we?
Huh? What's that sound? Violins, piano, cellos, double bass, and flutes.
But violins? She hates violins. I want to go home.
Her people raise their hands helplessly, clawing at the air. Tears blur her vision, but her thoughts only grow clearer. Though her hands are trembling, she gently lifts the harmonica to her lips. Her quivering lips blow a gentle rhythm into the harmonica. A new melody joins the ensemble. The islander and the musician exchange a glance, and with no baton nor words, music flows between them like an ancient, joyful river. The black liquid stills, no longer seeping from the masks of the helpless. The melody echoes through the lobby, gently closing the eyes of the tormented believers. Toa's raised hands finally fall, as though succumbing to a deep sleep.
It's over now. Dear friends.
Barcarola nervously wrings her hands.
I'm sorry, Fatutu. I didn't expect my song to put your people in this state. I only wanted to help.
You did. You're the greatest musician I've ever seen.
Yuri?
But your friends,
They've gone home.
Oh my god.
But...
The lightly trembling shoulders before her suddenly feel unfamiliar. Had those fragile, tender shoulders always been so brave and resolute?
Look at the shining, pristine spirit shells around their necks. That is a sign. It tells us that their souls are at peace. That our friends lived a full and honest life.
Wiping her tears, Fatutu gets to her feet and starts to gently collect her lost people's spirit shells. She can still feel their warmth in her palm. Oh! Before the warmth of the spirit shells can fade, Kamuto strides into the lobby, his demeanor cold. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah! Please, please, let everything be okay, please. Please, I'm begging you. To elsewhere, to home. We are not going anywhere. Scary.
What are you doing? How could you side with our enemies? Against your own people? Against the ones who would rebuild our home?
Incredulous severity colors his tone.
You've brought shame on our people. You've disappointed me. Stop all this now and come with me. We will beg Miss Grace to cleanse your soul.
Like the countless times before, he waits for her to grasp his outstretched hand. Thwack! An unexpected act of defiance.
Joining Manus Vindictae was a mistake, Kamutsa. Their masks blinded our people. They tricked us with their lies and empty promises. But look! So many precious lives lost for nothing.
It wasn't for nothing. They died for the resurrection of Nukuteao. Isn't it your dream too? To rebuild our home in a land free of humans and their wickedness?
Fatutu shakes her head.
No, not anymore, Kamutsa.
She looks around at her people, their faces marked with pain and confusion.
We may have lost our islands, but what we've done here lost us something far more precious. There's nothing in this so-called new era that Miss Grace promised us that is worth becoming monsters and corrupting our spirit shells. Our pride must be in ourselves and who we are. The shells around our necks, the words we speak to one another, the way we treat others with kindness, not hatred. That is what defines us. We are more than just how the outsiders can use us. More than our sea mother's eye. We are the wisdom of our elders and the traditions we keep sacred. And if our islands all sink beneath the waves, we will remember them in our craft and in our stories. We will remember the story of the brave Nukutai girl fighting off the series. We will remember them in the songs of Nukuteao. No matter whether it's an island or a ship we stand on, as long as we're together, Nukuteao, our home, lies beneath our feet. Didn't you say you would always have faith in me, Kamutsa? You believed I could lead our people to a better future. Now, I believe in myself too.
Hell yeah! She raises her head, the shells on her chest heaving with every breath. They tremble in unison, resonating with the collective energy of the Nukutai.
You'll be a better leader than I ever was, Fatutu.
The expected reprimand never comes. She stares in shock at her brother. At his lips curled into a faint smile, his trembling hand still extended out to her, and at the black blood seeping from his eyes and ears.
What's happening to you?
Crash! The towering figure before her falls to the ground. What?
I'm fine, Tutu. I'll be alright. You're right, dear sister. The words you spoke have opened my eyes.
Faint words are forced through his blackened lips.
Brother!
As she cries out, heads turn toward her. The mask remains tightly affixed to Kamuta's face, its black liquid nearly covering it entirely.
It's the mask's punishment.
I don't understand.
Manus Vindictae used their masks to sift out their most loyal followers. Those who pass the trial can retain their personality and memories. However, if they should show any signs of faltering in their faith, the mask will punish them. Their consciousness will be devoured by the fathomless depths of Arcanum, until they become nothing but a walking corpse, caught in eternal agony.
What a Sigma, that's so evil. A slow clap breaks the silence.
Well, well, I am stunned by the breadth of your knowledge of our operations, Miss Verton. But I must remind you, gossip like that is terribly bad manners. Is it any wonder why our guests look so terrified? Though it does pique my curiosity. I wonder, even with all you said, do they fear us more than they fear death?
Her commanding gaze hovers over the ship's passengers before finally landing on her former follower.
What a pity, Mr. Kamuta. I had high hopes for you. It seems our friendship has come to an untimely end.
Her words are cold and emotionless, instilling a new fear in the crowd.
The people here know the truth about your masks. There's no sense trying to deceive them any longer.
Oh, is that so?
Grace slowly advances, her steps poised.
Timekeeper, stay behind me.
Tsunade imposes herself between the two, poised to fight.
Oh, what do we have here? How adorable. The ever-loyal deputy leaps into action. But we're on a tight schedule, and I don't have time to play games. There's no power in your shiny little badge here.
She glances at the Foundation emblem on her chest.
Mr. Kamuta, Manus Vindictae will forever remember your contribution. Farewell.
Ah, let's beat their asses!
Leste tu pandva. Bro. Let's beat their asses. Balance mode, okay. Oh. Something fell from my desk. Okay, so it's... Okay, star. Actually, let's see. Do I... let's see. I can hear the cheering.
I love you, Isolde! Okay. Yeah, I think. Let's go! Let's hope everything goes well. Oh my god, what is this?
Miss Grace deliberately led us here to the deck. But why?
Timekeeper, the fog is thickening by the minute. The low visibility might hinder our ability to use our skills.
Oh no!
As suspected. Our attacks can't reach her from this distance.
Please allow me to spearhead the assault.
Be careful, Soneto.
Is that a cocoon?
Is Miss Grace inside? No. This power feels more complex than any person.
Timekeeper, the cocoon is affecting the masked guests somehow. Look, they're writhing in pain.
We have to act fast. Finish this before more civilians fall victim.
Understood.
Look at my back.
Also, what is that melody? Oh my god. I can at least 3 incantations of the same type. Homophones. Within a round? What the Sigma? Okay, so it makes sense to use Windsong here, I think. When homophones reach level 2 or higher. Oh, I think it's like not the same incantation, but like attack, 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 health, 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 debuff, debuff, debuff. Okay. Ah, tap on the yellow to cast Sanctuary Concerto, dealing Genesis damage to awesome. Okay. Okay, so let's do this, and then this, and this.
So, what should I sing?
Okay, no, actually, this,
What should I sing?
and well, I don't know, this.
The aerial
Stunts.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Then I found you.
A little trick.
Homophones. Ouch.
I must finish the song.
Okay. So let me
Fine.
just.
A good point. A new hypothesis.
Yeah.
Right win. Confirm the coordinates. Taking another look.
The show must go
Haven't
on.
you eaten?
Can I? No? I can! Yay! Okay, let's see. So...
So untamed, so free. What should I sing? So untamed, so free.
A good point.
Don't let go to be yours alone. Then I found you.
Calculating distance.
The show must go
Haven't you
on.
eaten?
Okay, so
On a
let's...
vessel on the stage.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts? A new hypothesis time.
Why'd you fall till every night? Why'd you fall till every night?
Right win.
Why, Miss Grace? They've already given their souls over to you. Why do you insist on taking their lives too?
Betrayal bears a hefty price, Miss Fatutu. The lies of the Foundation have twisted your minds. You're confused, disoriented. I'm sorry I couldn't save you from them.
No! You're the one who lied to us!
I've done nothing of the sort. I will guide you to a brighter future. To a home untouched by the tsunami. Just as I promised. My friend.
I don't believe you. Not anymore!
What a pity.
The benefits of
Oh, what the Sigma?
Oh.
Okay, let's see. I don't really have too many Windsong incantations, so like, fuck your wee ball, right?
What should I sing?
Yeah, fuck your wee ball. Or actually, wait.
An academic question.
And then, okay, I think this will work.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Confirm the coordinates. Swallow my exhaust.
Yeah, Windsong, people haven't, I don't think people have been talking about her like she's really meta anymore, but she still hits like a semi-truck.
I must finish the song.
never seen anyone use the other, this thing. Everyone just uses the basic one, and that is quite funny to me.
No, so antique to improvise.
A good point.
Please, don't resist.
To be yours alone.
Behold.
Hurry along, my dear guest. Say your farewells to our beloved free breeze while you still have the chance.
The cocoon! It's breaking open!
Stay calm, Sonetto. This is our chance. Time to destroy this thing and save the free breeze.
Another? Are you serious? Are you serious? Okay, I need to get a hold of myself. But my incantations right now are... Wait, actually, no, I actually really need to heal. So let's just...
Wanna watch the
ball.
aerial stunts? Fine.
Come back to me.
Oh-oh.
Oh-oh.
Right wing.
The show must go on.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, now I really can do this.
So antique, what should I sing?
ВДВ. Сколько побед?
Don't let go. Then I found you.
Swallow my exhaust.
What's this? Okay.
Become a vessel on the stage.
Fine. A new hypothesis. A good point.
Okay, let's see if this... Yeah.
Why'd you fall till every night? Why'd you fall till every night?
Don't blink. No other study could show you this. Confirm the coordinates.
Ow, I need to heal. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. And get ready for the next turn.
Relax. No worries.
Okay, let me just do this so they can be really debuffed for the next turn.
I smell the scent of mint.
What? What was this? What happened? What? I mean, I don't think he's all did. No, actually, let's keep her. And then Weeball.
Miss Grace, time.
Okay, okay.
It's time. We let the curtain rise.
Let me check this time because this shit embarrassing. Oh no, actually it's too much stuff and I don't feel like reading at all. So Okay, let me...
And you had a good point.
Because I want to raise the homophone level.
A little trick. No other study could show you this. Calculating distance.
What should I sing? So untamed, so free. What should I sing? No words. Then I found you. Take my hand to be yours alone. Thank you for your cooperation. Become a vessel on the stage. Relax.
Let's see.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
No worries. Why'd you fall till every night? Why'd you fall till every night? Come back to me.
Right wing.
Please, don't resist.
Liam!
Relax.
Actually, I don't know.
So untamed, so free. No words.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Don't let go. I smell the scent of mint around.
A little trick.
I must finish the song.
What the Sigma? How much? 81. No way. Okay. So just gonna be just like this. Cause whatever. Cause I don't want to waste my stuff.
Right wing.
Why, Miss Grace? I just want to.
Liam!
Okay, so actually no.
Relax.
Read that. Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Swallow my exhaust. Oh.
The show must go on.
Time.
So untamed.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts? Time. A little trick.
To be yours alone.
Bro, I'm too locked in. That last failure really scared me.
An academic question.
What should I sing?
Wait.
So untamed.
An academic question.
Whatever. Сколько побед?
Thank you for your cooperation.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Confirm the coordinates.
Okay, we can do this, everyone. We can do this.
Swallow my exhaust.
Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
Wait.
No. Relax. What should I sing? Come back to me. Don't let go. Has become a vessel on the stage.
Actually, I'm gonna try to... Actually, fuck it, whip off.
Hi. Wanna watch the aerial stunts?
A new hypothesis.
Right wing. A little trick.
Taking another look.
Okay, wait, I'm scared. I don't get it. Whatever.
Become a vessel on the stage. What should I sing, Bella? Why'd you fall till every night? Why'd you fall till every night? Take my hand. Please, don't resist.
What the Sigma? Literally, what's happening? Guys, I'm getting a little frustrated. Because I don't know what's happening. Also, I think this team isn't really doing me any favors. Actually,
the performance is about to start. Please sit
I'm gonna
back,
try to
relax, and enjoy.
Fuck you, Weebo. I don't know what Barcarola does, but we will find out soon enough. Yeah. Also, I think Lucy will do better
Battery
here.
checked.
Let's
This
go!
voice deliberately time as be kept. It's timekeep. We have to understand.
Okay, let's see what's going on. Huh? I don't get it. Okay. I think I don't really think I get it, actually.
No worries.
Actually, wait.
Loading. A new hypothesis.
Do you have any requests?
Charging. Target confirmed. No other study could show you this.
Please join.
Eliminate target.
Oh my god. Hitting like a semi-truck. Okay.
Relax. Loading. A good point. Thank you for your cooperation. The light that illuminates all. The benefits of field mapping.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, I need to sneeze again. But I don't think I can. Whatever.
Saxophone end. A bandura? As you wish.
Charging. Loading. Eliminate target.
Why, Miss Brick?
I've just... want to...
Faraday's miracle. No worries.
Can I do this?
Circuits functioning properly.
Wait.
Relax. No worries. An academic question. Circuits functioning properly. Come back to me. Thank you for your cooperation.
Limited scale, infinite lines.
Behold. I, Robot, child of science.
What the Sigma?
What an awful racket you make.
A new hypothesis. Loading.
Saxophone's end. A bandura? My next performance, bubbles bursting.
Taking another look. Aim and shoot.
Listen to the melodies of winds and waves.
Under attack.
Let's see.
A good point. A new hypothesis. A good point.
Do you have any requests?
No other study could show you this. Calculating distance. Confirm the coordinates.
Okay, let's see.
Stay calm. Time to...
What an awful racket you make.
Man, I don't know. Wait, what does this do? Yum 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 yum. Huh? Whatever, I'm gonna do this and hope for the best.
An academic question.
Actually, wait. I'm going to heal, debuff, do whatever this does, and then wind song to hell and back.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Now for the crescendo with Fortissimo Tutti.
Aw, that's so cute.
Limited scale, infinite lines. Behold.
Me pretending I know what the fuck just happened.
Allow me to double check the battery levels. Need some peaceful mode. Charging.
I dedicate this song to you.
Target confirmed. Eliminate target. Cell damaged.
Okay, 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 okay. I'm gonna. Whatever.
Functioning properly.
Weeball!
Calculating distance.
Please enjoy.
Robot.
Child of Science. Oh my god, we did it! The Barcarolla's the GOAT!
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
I have no idea how I did this. The arcane fluctuations gently dissipate around Grace.
Captain Grace.
What is it now, Miss Barcarola? I'm sure you've already guessed this, but you've been relieved of your duties here.
She was fired! What the Sigma?
Gaining the support of the Nukatai was never your purpose. Am I right?
Miss Grace, give me back my friends!
Grace ignores Vatutu shouts and slightly furrows her brow.
Oh, Vertin. I could almost delight in your cleverness, if it wasn't so damnably frustrating.
She snaps her fingers. Clink! A worn, oddly shaped spirit shells rose to Grace's feet. She picks it up as if greeting a long-lost friend.
But there's no turning back now.
The room falls silent once more. There is no sound but the howling of the wind outside. A burst of static echoes from the lobby's speakers.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can't anyone hear me? This is Ulrich from the Plaza Storm Research Group.
Oh dear.
The radio broadcast jolts the already frazzled guests. The tinnitus-stricken guest looks up, the broadcast still hissing incomprehensibly.
Everyone! We've found a material that... Our storm problem is...
The room falls briefly silent. Then it breaks into thunderous cheers and applause.
What?
What the Sigma? But oh my god, we did it! Barcarola is goated. Goated, goated, goated. Final farewell. What is the price one must pay for freedom, my dear? The joy of this declaration has reached the hearts of the crowd. Oops, forgot to auto again. Amid the cheers, more and more masks are cast aside.
You never cease to amaze me, do you?
Manus Vindictae have failed.
It would appear that way to you, wouldn't it, Miss Verton? How shall I congratulate you?
Amanda's messenger emerges behind Grace.
Well, well, time does fly, as they say. Be seeing you, and sooner than you think.
Scary. Grace opens her pocket watch one last time before casually tossing it aside.
But before I go, consider this a parting gift from your captain. For old time's sake.
Boom! An explosion booms from the ship's depths. Grace gives an elegant bow. Okay, girl.
Goodbye, my dear guests. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all for this unforgettable journey.
That came from the engine room. Those tin-headed bastards. They must have done something to it. Go see what you can from the deck, Charlie.
The seasoned helmsmen hurriedly make their way to the deck.
Damn it all! Keep blowing a hole straight to the starboard hole!
While the helmsman faced anxiously, Barcarola suddenly realizes the gravity of the situation.
Gentlemen, you can't possibly be saying that the Free Breeze is going to sink.
The ship tremors again. It's as if they're on a battlefield.
What's worse, that explosion came from over by the lifeboats. These bastards are hell-bent on making sure we all end up at the bottom of the sea.
The sound of tearing waves, humming steel plates, and crying guests pour into the cabin through shattered portholes. The pitch-black sea stretches as far as the eye can see, its surface alive with turbulent inky swirls. There is another wave of panic as the ship tilts once again.
Help us, Miss Barcarola! You promised to keep us safe!
And you, miss! Aren't you from the Foundation, or whatever? You said you'd protect us!
The guests are desperately clinging to any chance of salvation.
Please line up, everyone. My suitcase should be able to temporarily shelter some passengers. Miss Barcarola, do you know how many passengers are aboard?
The musician clearly knows every detail about the Free Breeze.
About 1,600
Oh my god.
total. But I think many of them will be injured. I don't know how well they can move.
My suitcase alone won't be able to transfer that many people in time.
Suddenly, the communicator clutched in Tsuneto's hand makes a sharp sound.
The signal's back, Timekeeper.
Just as we suspected, they were jamming our signal. But how did they know our internal frequency?
She quickly brushes this question aside. There are more urgent matters to attend to. Oh, this is so cute!
We are currently aboard the cruise ship Free Breeze at coordinates 5535 degrees south, 6501 degrees west. The engine has been destroyed by Manastin Dictate, and the ship is taking on water fast. There are more than 1,600 passengers aboard, but we won't be able to evacuate every passenger through my suitcase alone before the ship goes under. We are in need of immediate rescue.
Understood. We will dispatch rescue resources and personnel from the nearest branch as soon as possible. Before their arrival, please do everything possible to minimize casualties.
Miss Barcarola, could you point me towards the radio room? I believe our friends may be in need of help.
Of course.
Tsuneto jogs away in the pointed direction. The creaking of the ship's planks grow louder, and its railings and rigging grow painfully. Their sound carries on the freezing wind and whips at the ears of the crowd. Shivering from the cold, Barcarola remembers something.
Wait! Miss Grace wasn't the captain for long. It's possible she didn't know about the ship's backup lifeboats. They might still be intact.
Good thinking, Miss Barcarola. You're a natural-born captain.
Everyone, follow me!
Hell yeah! Without regret. Oh, wait. It's because of these necessities that we can never truly call the sea our home. Meat, vegetables, fruits, as always, tobacco, alcohol, as always, ice cream, under orders of the new captain. All pending deliveries have been cancelled. Ornamental plants and animals got plenty more from Australia. First aid kits, medications, as always. Lifeboat maintenance. Maintenance complete, backup boats are empty. No captain orders maintenance for the backup boats as well. Okay. Without regret, a fleeting beauty vanishing in the water. The room is cloaked in oppressive shadow, as if harboring a menacing spirit. A gentleman emerges from the darkness. Ugh! Hate his ass. He examines the spirit shells, the lifelong emotions of the Nukutai lightly clinking in his hands.
These are splendid. They will ensure the overflow of ritual energy will be properly contained. To be frank, I had my doubts about your capabilities. You're still wet behind the ears, and you haven't yet got enough blood on those hands of yours.
The apostle bows. Her pale hand is clinging to the doorframe.
I am willing to do anything for their return.
Forget-me-not offers her an encouraging smile.
Still, you surpassed my expectations.
Her hand is trembling.
You look tired. Life at sea must have taken its toll on you. Relax now. You're home.
As you wish.
She takes a deep breath and hides her trembling fingers behind her back.
You will play an important role in our upcoming plans. Rest well, Apostle.
I will.
Grace's hand freezes as she goes to close the door. Her hesitation is evident.
Thank you, Mr. Forget-Me-Not.
As she shuts the door, Forget-Me-Not's outline blurs and his smile vanishes. Oh my god! And his smile vanishes into the shadows. What's going on? Steadying herself, Grace slowly moves toward the faint glimmer of light. The wind whipping through the corridor causes her to shiver. She presses her back against the door and slides to the ground. Trembling, she crawls into the nearest coffin. What a Sigma! A display case meant for the next specimen.
It's hard to see here. Please hold on to each other and follow the sound of my music.
Thank you so much, Miss Barcarola. If it weren't for you, we never would have survived. You're so courageous.
But what if there aren't enough lifeboats for everyone? Will we have to leave anyone behind?
The guests' shivering questions are scattered by the sea breeze. They shudder and stumble as they follow the music. The sky is dark, but the churning clouds are no longer noisy. The cries of gulls and the crashing of waves merge with the weeping of the crowd. They make their way through corridors and staircases for what seems like an eternity, their faces steeped in shadow.
I don't want to die like this. There's still so many things I want to do.
I want to go home. Even if the storm changes everything. I just want to go.
We have talked about it. And the Nukutai are willing to give up their spots if there aren't enough boats for everyone. We want to make amends for what happened earlier.
But Tutu, this wasn't your people's fault. The Free Breeze will not abandon any of its passengers.
She raises her crackling box high, her face flushing red.
You have my word as the official musical director. And I suppose, the acting captain.
Aww.
Barcarola, what have you done to your crackling box?
Sinfonia Giosa, dividetevi con grazia.
Oh, Inspector Roland, what was on phone? I remember you telling us how hard you worked to find it. I haven't seen one of those since my time in Galicia. Dependent of the boat. In Barcelona, you're not just a great musician, you're a kind so good. You say that.
Okay. Fighting home. There's thoughts on the solar eclipse. A new day, a new life, and the same old job. According to the Timekeeper's statement provided to our personnel, the recent hijacking of the Free Breeze was orchestrated by Miss Grace, a member of Menas Vindictae. Her involvement included the abduction of the Nukutais and persuading passengers to wear Menas Vindictae masks. Considering this, an upgrade is our risk assessment for Miss Grace may be necessary, along with issuing a formal warrant for her arrest. Additionally, with assistance from Regulus, a member of Timekeeper's team, researcher Ulrich of Laplace was able to complete his artificial storm experiment on the Free Breeze. Regulus's record was identified as an immune material, however, its overall efficacy is weak, providing only a minor delay on the onset of era sickness, and critically lacks reproducibility. None of the copies of the records show the same level of efficacy. Regulus attributes this to her record's unique rock spirit, claiming it possesses a soul that its imitations lack. This claim has not yet been rigorously assessed. Okay, so finding home on the waves. She came from afar with many names and has never left you. Let's see. Seawater soaks the tips of her hair. The hem of her tweed skirt ripples among the waves. The violin, once hidden within the crackling box, nestles against her, its neck, body, and tailpiece interlocking. A small boat from her past buoying her steadily. Barcarella realizes a terrifying truth, one she has long ignored.
It's just like what Papa and Mama said.
Our cheeky little pumpkin's violin should have a rich and bright the tone. Not too sharp or on the balance, just like her.
Let's ask Mr. Bell for some top-notch spruce or maple wood, the best that Cremona can offer. We'll need some glue for the neck joint and plenty of varnish.
Of course, this is a Cremona violin we're talking about. Most important of all, it will be a violin for our little Barcarola.
The voices sound so close, as if they were just spoken just yesterday.
As much as I tried to deny it, I suppose my heart is still there with them.
A gentle breeze blows as she finally recognizes that little wisp of smoke lingering in her heart. She clutches the violin even tighter.
Papa, Mama, and Cremona.
A solid embrace, infused with the scent of rain and warmth, silently envelops her. The rain has finally stopped. The horizon shimmers faintly with a golden light once more.
We did it.
It's just Ulrich's head. What a Sigma.
I should be the one congratulating you, don't you think, Mr. Fish Tank?
The ferrofluid in the glass tank struggles to form a V.
It's an odd twist of fate, isn't it?
Indeed. I've just reported our findings to Laplace. With this, our research on the storm can finally advance to a new stage. I've even managed to develop a taste for rock and roll.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of the storm...
Sonato looks up at the sky, the reflection of the light on the water glimmering on her face. This unfortunate cruise has finally come to an end.
Hey! Here comes the sun! Woohoo! I never doubted you, Timekeeper. There was no storm. Not this time, anyway.
Thank you for your continued trust, Sonato.
The sound of the waves seems to fade away as it's replaced by a new melody.
Smashing! This is sure to be the most fabulous boat party ever held! I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Familiar and foreign songs from countless lands intertwine as voices carry gently over the sea. Regulus paddles fiercely toward the music.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
Da haben wir so manche schon, gesessen wohl in Vorruhen, und
Glocken singen, die Lieder klingen im Eichengrund.
Auprès de la lune, on y voit campeur. On cherche à la plume, on cherche à du feu.
Viejas melancolías, cosas del alma, llegan con el silencio de la mañana, y cuando sale a verla, vuela a su casa.
A familiar ballad leaves Barcarolla's lips.
L'astro d'argento, placide l'onda, prospero il vento. Venite l'agile, bacchetta mia, Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
You have a truly heavenly voice, Barcarolla.
Hell yeah.
I've never heard that song before. Where's it from?
Oh, I know. It must be from Cremona.
No, it's a Neapolitan song. It has nothing to do with Cremona. That's a Foundation helicopter. That island.
Yay! We reached the end! And it was really good. Eric's event story from the depths of space is now available. Oh, but I don't want to do it right now. I'm gonna do the hard mode, like, I don't know, on my free time. And oh my god, this is really long. Oh, maybe I have still 19 days and 13 hours, so maybe next week or something. I still have to make the schedule for next week. Also, we still have 18 days. So I think I'll be able to... Where it is? Where is it? Locked. So I think we'll be able to... 5 days. If I am free this Sunday, we will be doing Barcarolla's character event. Because... you know, I didn't have that much faith in character events, but then I did Isolde's, and it's safe to say I've never been the same person before. I'm so serious. It kind of like altered my brain chemistry. Something commented, "You're the best." Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for the support. Also tune in to our next meetings here, because this one is coming to an end, because I don't want to be doing any extra content, because we will be doing them next week, and I will be doing the schedule tomorrow, and it will be probably posted by night. And so yeah, this was very fun. Also, I think there's a chance that Grace will become playable in the future. And yeah, on everyone, so I know she's gonna become playable somewhere in the future. And yeah. Also, where is Kakanya? Oh, she's in the thing. Okay. But also, yeah. This is it. Until next stream or video. And, well, yeah. Glad to have you all here. Thank you for chatting with me while I went through all this emotional turmoil. And yeah,